Greetings, I'm LaShondra Little, Vice President of the South Metro Democratic Women's Council. The purpose of our organization is to create awareness and facilitate support for various social issues and programs that are a concern to women in the South Metro and surrounding areas. The South Metro Democratic Women's Council is hosting a series of candidate conversations with all the eligible candidates for the upcoming municipal election within the South Metro region. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing you to Mr. Anthony Williams, who is a candidate in the city of East Point for the position of city council member. So to get us started, Mr. Williams, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, how are you all doing today? My name is Anthony Williams. I am a father, husband, small business owner, and community activist. I work a lot with the children. I have a background in government. My family, my mother and father are politicians. I went to Alcorn State University in Mississippi, HBCU.
Okay.
My wife went to Tennessee State. So we had HBCU family. I got sisters and brothers that went to HBCUs as well. I've been a basketball coach in the city. Well, not even just basketball, baseball, soccer, and basketball coach in the city of East Point for the last 6 years. Mm-hmm. Also big in the chaperoning that my son attends the Main Street Academy. So I'm an active member at the school as well.
Okay, great. So great to know your community background. So tell us a little bit about your platform and why you're running for this position.
Okay, not a problem. The Win Williams Win campaign is here to address a lot of the concerns that I see inside of the community. I speak to a lot of the residents and a lot of people, while they enjoy the city of East Point, I meet a lot of them that also realize that the city of East Point hasn't realized its full potential. My goal is to help us reach that full potential with new, creative, innovative ways of thinking to be able to strategically attract commerce to the city.
That is great. And so that's why you're running for office as well?
Yes, well, that is one of the reasons. Economy being one of the big things that I plan on bringing to the city, just smart finance movement. But I also have a deep passion for the children, hence my background coaching, which I didn't know would end up turning into a resume bill for the city of East Point campaigning, because I had never imagined this. But during the pandemic, well, let me give you a little background. I was a city manager for Ward 8 under a councilman. I worked really hard in those positions. I got to lead efforts like getting Big Boy from Outkast the key to the city. I also worked with helping some of the elders in the community get more familiar with programs that the Fulton County offers. I've led food drives through the pandemic. I also had the blessing of getting the title of East Point liaison for the White House National Leader Calls during the pandemic under the Trump administration, where I was able to get phone calls directly with Dr. Birx and Dr. Fauci and Surgeon Attorney General James, and in regards to getting correct information to the city in regards to the Operation Warp Speed efforts.
Okay. So for the people who might not understand city manager for a council person, can you explain what that position is?
Also, I worked under Councilman Lance Robertson, who gave me a chance to really show my innovative side. He liked my business background and what I was able to do with the children, and knew that that could turn into a passion to help in a really big way. So with that, I was blessed with the daily task of taking phone calls for the councilman, sitting inside of meetings and handling disputes, really learning the day-to-day activities of a council member and how to conduct myself as a leader and a representative of people.
Okay. And outside of those things, we know you've been a coach, you work for a council member. What else makes you qualified for this position?
I'm a great people person. My background, I came to Atlanta. I'm from Chicago, Illinois. So can you close that for me? Unlike most people, my background, which a lot of people sometimes get confused, is not of someone with private gated community privileges. I'm someone from the South Side of Chicago that has had to work very hard to obtain the things that I have, which is where my passion for the children starts in the first place, because I understand that some kids are born with cards, but like I talked to them in the high schools, that doesn't mean that's how your cards have to end. So I come into the government to be able to give our community a face that they can relate with, as well as trust, which is something that has been eroding inside of the community for some time now.
Okay. So for the past year, almost going on 2 years now, we've been in the midst of a pandemic, fighting
Yes.
COVID-19. So if you were elected for office, are there any legislative priorities or any type of issues you would push in support of COVID-19 or combating the pandemic?
Yes, one effort that I've been very vocal about is the fact that the city has had the basketball courts closed for the last 18 months using the giving off the answer as being COVID related while saying that they're following the COVID guidelines, though the city of Atlanta has their basketball rims up at every park for the kids to have access to. We all know that parks and recreations help curb the crime in the community by keeping kids busy with something to do. So that has been something that has not set well with me, dealing with the kids and hearing their voices and seeing how little of a voice they actually have, even though everyone claims to be in support in the development of the children. The thing I found ironic is that though we've had the rims taken off of the backboard, some residents say it's a way to curb crime, because some residents are willing to say that basketball equals crime because of the demographic that comes. But what I found ironic is that the city has also held 3 music festivals since the summer, while also giving our children nothing to do.
So you will be looking to make sure your park and recs are back open. Anything else?
Parks and Recs maintain addressing the mental health crisis in the city of East Point. I'm running for Councilman Ward B. We have people that are homeless that are on the corner daily screaming at light poles and things of that nature, getting into fights. Some are wandering on the properties and attempting to take things off of people's porches and cars. So addressing the mental health and homeless crisis that our council members would blame on COVID, but instead of letting them sit there and turn into lingering, actually addressing them to get them the proper help that the state offers resources to be able to get them the help that they need, whether it be placing them in a development community or getting them actual mental health diagnosis.
Okay. So what can constituents expect from you that they're not already receiving from the city of East Point?
Transparency. That's one thing I plan on bringing into the city for sure. Everybody in the city of East Point is kind of tired of not really knowing what's going on. For instance, we have a T-SPLOS where we've collected $31 million through taxing businesses in the city of East Point, and it's supposed to go towards transportation and things of that nature. But a lot of people would say that they haven't really seen where that money is going, especially the business owners in the community. So being transparent, being someone that's actually accessible. I want to make my office to everyone in the city. So if you have any issues or any concerns, you can contact me directly. I also will be proactive instead of like our current council, where they only react to the Facebook demands after everyone starts to slamming people in the comments. So those are just some of the issues, as well as financial responsibility in the community, making sure that the funds are being allocated into great resources that are being provided by the state. So being able to help and restore the pride and morale inside of our police department, being able to bring new ideas to bring new money into the city instead of trying to stretch and borrow and pull from the current finances that we have.
And what type of resources are you looking to bring to the city?
Well, that's a great question. There are a lot of different development grants that have been happening. So I have, for instance, in Ward B, we have an industrial area in our back area as you come in off the Sylvan Road exit. So getting a lot of those abandoned buildings with businesses put inside of them to bring jobs and new economy into the city, as well as bringing new ways to employ our youth inside of the city. Currently, East Point has an 8% unemployment rate, though everyone in the city is hiring. So being able to connect our residents with the jobs instead of just leaving it for Facebook to kind of figure it out. I want to be someone that really addresses our community directly so they can always feel the concern and the appreciation I have for them.
Okay. And now if people are looking to get in contact with you, whether it be to help with your campaign or just to learn a little bit more, how can they contact you?
Oh, thank you. WinWilliamsWin.com. Very easy way to contact me. You can also find me on Facebook at Anthony Williams for Ward B in East Point. And those would be the easiest ways. You know, everybody is very internet savvy. Even my elder voters, they find ways to contact me online.
Okay.
So please feel free to reach out. I am as likable as you will find. I am not a standoffish type person. I welcome all energy and respond to all questions, no matter how outlandish they may be.
Okay. And now, is there anything else? We've talked about a lot of different things from your platform to what you want to see. Is there anything else you want residents to know or the people to know that we haven't covered?
Well, I just want residents to know that they can have faith in government again. I know that's something when I'm talking to people where everybody feels like they don't know who to believe, what party to believe, what color, what if the ethnicity matters, if race matters. People don't know what to believe anymore. People are tired of identity politics. So what I'm bringing and offering is someone that they can trust and believe in the words that I'm giving to you.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to do this interview with the South Metro Democratic Women's Council. This interview is very vital for the people and allows the community to get to know you on a personal level, as well as be enlightened about your platform. Best of luck to you with your future campaign.
Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you so much.